I am Air Commodore S.P. Singh, retired from the Air Force. I am a fighter pilot who has served for 37 years in the Indian Air Force and recently retired in October 2019. As it is usual, during normal medical checkups in the Air Force, I was found hale and hearty, fit, with no kind of any complication in the life, and I continued to fly. However, post-retirement, in the month of May, on a normal working day, I suddenly felt a huge, massive pain in the stomach area with a burning sensation, and a lot of pressure was building up, pushing the chest up. Now, this led to a worrisome state, and we reported to a nearby hospital, which is a specialization hospital. They admitted me immediately as an emergency case, found certain abnormalities in the kidney as well as the liver area due to some infection. They did all the treatment, kept me in ICU, and after about a week's treatment, I was found to be recovering, and accordingly I was discharged with certain medical advice to take care of the situation. However, during this, they also found some kind of problem in the area closer to the heart, which they had done initial investigation and they told us to come back again. While I was discharged, we thought it correct to report to our army hospital, R&R, which is near Dholakua, and take a second opinion. When we went over there, the specialist had all the checkups done once again and found that it was not a major thing as compared to what was told to us, and he advised us to meet Dr. Madan in NNM hospital, who is also an ex-Air Force officer as well as the specialist in the heart surgery. As per the reference, we came here, a very pleasant personality, a very helpful doctor we met, who was very straight, absolutely correct in his analysis, and he advised us certain checks to be done. While we proceeded with the checks and all the investigations, towards the end of the June, once again I had this similar problem as of stomach burning sensation, which was very unbearable. So we straight away called up Dr. Madan and reported here in the NNM hospital.
This patient, a 55-year-old retired Air Force fighter pilot, actually came to me after having been admitted at another hospital here in the NCR. He was symptomatic for about 2 to 3 months with intermittent pain in the abdomen and pain in the upper part of his back. This pain was episodic, was quite severe, and the last episode actually necessitated that he should get admitted at a private hospital. He underwent evaluation there. He was noticed to have 2-3 very peculiar findings. One is he was diagnosed to have very severe pumping deficiency of the heart. His left ventricular ejection fraction was only 20% as compared to a normal ejection fraction of about 60 to 65%. Additionally, he was diagnosed to have a problem called ascending aortic intramural hematoma, which basically is like a dissection of the aorta and presents very acutely and needs to be treated in the same way as aortic dissection. When he came to me, somehow things didn't seem to be fitting very well. His pain was lower down, and I thought that it probably wasn't an involvement of the ascending aortic aorta. So therefore I subjected him to a repeat MRI. MRI clearly showed that he had a dissection flap starting after the subclavian artery, that is, he had a descending thoracic aortic dissection. However, he also had some abnormalities which weren't easily explained. His inflammatory markers were more than 10 times that of normal. His CRP was somewhere around 170 and his ESR was 140. This somehow didn't fit in too well with aortic dissection alone. We started his evaluation along the lines of inflammatory vascular disease and also gave him a short course of steroids to settle whatever inflammation was likely to be there. The other abnormality which did not quite fit in was the fact that his left ventricular ejection fraction was extremely low. The overall plan was actually to give him some medication so that his inflammation settles down, and thereafter we subject him to some kind of an interventional treatment. However, one morning he presented with abrupt onset of severe pain, both lower limbs, feeling both lower limbs were extremely cold on examination, and we couldn't feel any pulsations below the femoral arteries. Now this obviously was a limb and a life-threatening situation. We guessed that his dissection flap had actually dropped down and closed the entire aorta and the flow thereafter. He was immediately taken up for an interventional procedure. I accessed his femoral artery, passed a wire across the dissection flap into the ascending aorta, did a balloon dilatation initially to establish some flow. On table itself, his pain disappeared and he started having relief in his symptoms. His lower limb pain completely disappeared.
When I was brought here, I was fully stabilized by the team of doctors who was already waiting for me. Dr. Madan had already informed them about the status and they were already doing it. And my entire procedure was planned the same day. So while I was being stabilized in the morning by a very, very proficient team at NNM Hospital, I was given good care, and there was absolutely no problem at all during the entire procedure. Then by afternoon I was taken to the lab where the entire stenting had to be done. Dr. Madan himself was taking the procedure along with his team, and during the entire procedure I found the team was so proficient, so efficient. They worked like a clock. Everybody knew exactly what to do, when to do, and it was a very nice experience. Despite the pain, despite the problem that I was facing, I felt very, very confident that I am in safe hands. And as the God wanted to happen, entire procedure went through very safely, very correctly, and there was no doubt, absolutely it was done in a correct manner. And I was back into the ICU after the procedure, safely having gone through the procedure. Thereafter the normal recovery, and I was kept every day. A team of doctors was visiting me, talking to me, discussing my case, giving the correct medicine, correct care. The nursing staff, the medical staff, as well as the entire hospital staff were there taking care of me in a very, very friendly, polite manner, as if I am in my own home.
He is overall doing well. His ESR and C-reactive protein have settled down, and he is completely asymptomatic. He has also gained a little weight, and he is coming for follow-ups regularly. I have done a repeat CT scan which shows that the dissection flap has well healed.
I am very grateful to Dr. Madan, NNM Hospital, and the entire team here who have given me their valuable time and are a set of professionals who have brought a second life to me and given me a wonderful recovery.
This young, valuable national resource, a fighter pilot retired from the Indian Air Force, would have actually had disastrous consequences had we not paid attention to minor clinical signs and had we not gone in a systematic manner the way we did. It also shows that endovascular repair and minimally invasive procedures can have long-lasting beneficial effects even in aortic dissections, even in acute aortic dissections.